Good afternoon, everybody. This is the 1981 Honda Goldwing that I have for sale on eBay. I thought I'd do a quick walk around and go ahead and show you what it's all about, and hopefully you'll be interested. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I did build this entire bike myself. Nobody's touched it but me, so I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. As you can see, I kind of went with the cafe theme. That is the original seat pan. But I had a custom cover made for it. I actually built this bike for my daughter to ride with the intentions of, you know, looks cool, but it's still comfortable enough to ride. I didn't want to go with a full cafe bike for her. The frame is not cut or anything like that. And as you can see, I went with some Daytona bars instead of the really low-slung cafe bars and things like that. So call it a sport bike, call it a cafe bike, whatever you want to call it a naked Goldwing. But definitely not something you see every day. I figure if you're going to build a bike, start with a decent bike. Don't start with a tiny little toy. But, the paint is actually pretty decent. Now, I'm not a paint pro, but it is a pretty decent paint job. It's got a good shine to it. It is brand new. Now, it's not perfect. It has a couple flaws in it. A little bit of orange peel here and there, but it is a good paint job. I'd call it what is a 5-footer, or 5-footer maybe. But it's, as you can see, it's really overcast out here today. That's the sun. You can barely see it, but the paint does shine up pretty nicely. So let's see here. The grips are new. These mirrors I like that old school circular mirror. Let's see. Mufflers are new. The pipes are actually off of a earlier 70s era Honda Goldwing. They were not rusted when I bought them, but they were discolored. So I kind of didn't think it was going to match the new chrome on the mufflers, so I went ahead and did a fiberglass wrap on it. It's not just a cheap wrap. That the wrap has been treated with silicone, and it should stay black and should last for years to come. As you can see, the carburetors are brand new. They're not just a backyard rebuild. They were actually acid dipped and professionally rebuilt, professionally synchronized, and good to go. Petcock's brand new. That was leaking like a sieve. It doesn't leak a drop now. If you notice, I've got it on, and it doesn't leak a drop. Shocks are new. It's about a 2 1/4 inch drop from stock. And if you notice, I dropped the fork lowers up here right at about 2 inches to match the rear. I don't have any problems with the rear fender interfering with the radiator. It rides good. No issues. Got the single cat-eye tail light. I had that bracket for the license plate custom made to mount on the right side of the bike because I didn't want it to interfere with the caliper on the left side of the bike. Oh yeah, choke cable's new as well. That was completely rotted out when I bought it. Plugs and wires are all new. I had a problem with the first set of carbs that were on it, and I initially thought that it was an ignition system issue, and it turned out to be a carburetor issue. But in the meantime, I replaced the whole ignition system, so it's new as well. And you know, found out it wasn't ignition, then I went ahead and just bought a set of carbs for it. See here. The mileage reads 65, but honestly I have no way to tell if that's accurate or not. I don't even know if this is the original cluster, and I also know that the speedometer cable was broken when I bought the bike and it wasn't working, so take that for what it's worth. It's clean, as you can see, it runs excellent. Now it is rather warm out here. It's almost 100 degrees outside, so I'm not promising you the bike will start without a choke in -10, but generally when it's warm outside it starts pretty well. I haven't started this bike in about a day. As you can see, it's stone cold up there. The pipes are stone cold. A little rough starting up there, but it leveled out real quick. It's idling right now at 950-ish or so. once it gets fully warmed up, it idles right at, I set the idle right at about 1100, which is right where it should be. There you have it, folks. 81 Goldwing, like nothing you've ever seen. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.